those two, the two who play those parts, Azza and Rubina, they're called. They're from the slums, and they, you know, their homes occasionally get destroyed by the council because they clear a lot of the slums and try and move people out of them and give them housing outside Bombay, and they never want to live there. They always eventually come back. So you have a responsibility when you take them and use them in a film, you know, and we sit there, we're wealthy and we watch them. You have a responsibility to give something back to them. So the best thing we could do for them is to get them into school, which is hard because to get into a school you have to have a birthday, you have to have a date of birth so they know how old you are. They don't even know when their birthdays are. They don't know the concept of a birthday. So we introduced them, we found out eventually what their birthday was, and now they have a day, one day a year, which is their day, and they thought that was a really interesting concept that they have a birthday, you know, it was lovely. And so we got them into school, and we've set it up, so we've tried to set it up so that they have to attend the school until they're 16 in order to receive this pot of money, which in our terms is not a huge amount of money, but it's actually for them is quite a considerable amount of money, and is a great incentive not to leave school early to start working, which is what would happen with some kids generally if they did get into school. So hopefully they'll stay there till they're 16. And education there makes all the difference in your prospects in life. You know, it means that there's a whole different strata of jobs and society that you can move in, you know, for those guys. So yeah, there's been a lot of hard work doing that, and they're flowering, you know, as any kids will. I love music more than anything, to be absolutely honest, and I think Britain, we're better at music than anything. We're not, I mean, we do produce some good filmmakers, but we're not really, film isn't really our thing, really. It's music, really, pop music. The last 40 years in Britain, which is my lifespan, really, of listening to music, has just been incredible, you know, and it just renews itself all the time. And did you see the closing ceremony of the Olympics? When Jimmy Page was playing guitar? So I remember the flashback I had. There he was. I rang my dad and said, "Do you see that guy playing?" You know, because he was watching the Olympics. I said, "That's the guy I tried to get you to listen to when I was a teenager. I was trying to get into, you know, the way you try and convince your parents this music is the most amazing music." Anyway, so yeah, so I always link the two. The two are inextricably linked for me, and I love music in film. It was such a good scene. I thought you've got to do it. You know, hopefully it'll be different enough so that people. But yeah, it's another toilet scene. That's typical British though. You watch any British movie, you'll have a scene in a toilet for some reason. I don't know. We're obsessed with them. I mean, there'll always be some kind of conversation in a toilet. You watch other countries' movies, they're never set in toilets, or you know, maybe occasionally, but very rarely. Virtually 1 in 2 British films, you'll find a scene in a toilet. You know, typical British, I'm afraid. You know. I'd like to do an animated film, actually. I really would like to do an animated film because I love animation, and I think to be honest, when people look back at this period, you know, I don't think there's any really outstanding films other than animation. I think look at a genre that's absolutely outstanding, it'll be animation. They'll just go, you know, that Pixar stuff. They'll just go that. You know, you look at Pixar and Shrek and those kind of. They'll say that was the golden age. That was a golden age for animation.